Good morning, sunshines. Today I am going to walk through last night's homework, which was a few problems from the key concepts page. And then we're going to look at some of the practice and problem solving. And then homework tonight is Excel additional practice. So it'll be similar to the practice and problem solving that we do right now in the book. So please follow along with me. I'm going to go away for now. Okay, so I asked you to look at number 2. Number 2 asks, can vertical angles also be adjacent angles? So here we're asked to really remember 2 of the key terms. So I'm going to tell you the short answer is no. They cannot be both. No. By definition, vertical angles are opposite one another. Vertical angles are opposite. They do not share that's my ray. Isn't it beautiful? They do not share a ray. Therefore, vertical angles do not meet the definition of adjacent angles, which do share a ray. So in short, the answer is no. It cannot be both. So if it's one, it's not going to be the other. All right, then I asked you to do number 4. List 2 pairs of adjacent angles. So really, you could pick literally any starting point. Let's pick angle 4. Okay, here are the 2 rays that make up angle 4. So I'm going to say I can look at what shares a ray with either of those green marks that I just drew, and I see that angle 3 needs that ray. So I can say angle 4 and angle 3. I could stick with angle 4 and I could pick angle 4 and oh look, angle 5 needs that ray to be formed. So angle 4 and angle 5. And you could have picked, you could have chosen any of the angles, and since they're all right next to 2 other ones, no matter which angle you pick to start, there are 2 other angles that are adjacent to that. So there's an endless list of possibilities here. If you have any questions, email me or check in with me during office hours to ask. List all pairs of vertical angles. Okay, let me erase my marks. And this is actually going to be quite a bit easier. Okay, the reason it's quite a bit easier is because there is only one pair of only one pair of vertical angles. Remember, vertical are opposite. And so if I look at the picture, where do I see opposite angles? Well, clearly 1 and 3 are opposites. Angle 1 and angle 3. Angle 2 is not opposite because you're not going to have angle 2 opposite angle 4 and 5. It doesn't work that way. That was my cat, sorry. Okay, so the only answer for 5 is angle 1 and angle 3. They are vertical. If angle 1 and angle 3 are the same measure, which we know they're the same because they are vertical angles, what is the value of x? So we are going to use our awesome algebra skills, and we're going to say 90 equals 9x. So now I'm going to solve for x, get it by itself, divided by 9, divided by 9, Ricky, and 10 equals x. So that was last night's homework. That's what I was looking for. Hopefully you got that, if not entirely correct, you understand where you went wrong. The next thing I want to do is move on to, I just handpicked a few of these problems. We're not going to do all of them. So in the practice and problem solving section, we are going to take a look at number 7. List each angle adjacent to angle W. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trace angle W. And I'm going to look for which angles share array with the red outline I just drew. So clearly to form angle Z, I need that ray. So I'm going to say angle Z. But then if I look on the other ray, I see that I need that ray to form angle X as well. But guess what? Angle Y does not share either of the red outlines with W. That's because angle Y is vertical or opposite, it is not adjacent. Okay, so angle Z, angle X. The next one I picked for you is number 10, find the value of X. And really, it's because I like algebra. So what we're going to do is set it up 125. I know these are going to be the same measurement because they are vertical. So 125 equals 5x plus 30. Subtract 30 from both sides. I get 95 equals 5x. Divide both sides by 5. Divide by 5. X equals 19. All right, so we're using our algebra skills. Number 11. Okay, let's see what we have going on here. Angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary, which we can see because they form the 90-degree angle. They form together. The two form the 90-degree angle. The measure of angle 1 is 42 degrees. The measure of angle 2 is 3x. So I don't know what x is, but I know that when I add those two together, I will get 90 degrees. So let's use our algebra skills. 42 plus 3x equals 90. Get rid of the constant, subtract 42 from both sides. 3x equals, check my notes, 48. Divide both sides by 3, divide by 3, and x equals 16, or 16 degrees to be exact. All right, moving on. Let's take a look at number 12. Two streets form an intersection, angle C and angle D. They are supplementary angles. So first, let's stop for a second. When I add two supplementary angles together, I hope that you know that is going to total 180 degrees. So I know that's my end point, is 180 degrees. So now I need to figure out what do I need to do to get to 180. So I'm going to keep reading. If the measure of angle C is 128 degrees, so I have my 128, and the measure of angle D is 2 times the value of x. Well, 2 times the value of x tells me I need to take x 2 times. And I put the coefficient in front of the variable. So I have 180 equals 128 plus 2x. Get rid of the constant by subtracting it from both sides. And now I have 52 equals 2x. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 26 equals x. So the value of x in this problem is 26. All right, just one more, but it's got 2 parts. Okay, so let's go over to number 16. And I'm gonna choose blue. Okay, 16 part A. Using the diagram at the right, Martin incorrectly writes the measure of angle B equals 125 degrees. What is the correct measure of angle B? So let's look at what I know about angle B. Well, I know it's right here. And if I look, I can see that it's part of another angle that forms a 90-degree angle, which is complementary, right? Because this whole thing is 90 degrees. So the correct measure of angle B is going to be, it's going to have a total of 90. I know one of the angles measures 55, and I'm not sure what B is, but I'm going to figure it out. So 55 plus whatever B is will equal 90. Subtract 55 from both sides to get B by itself. And I can see that B equals, or angle B, the measure of angle B equals 35 degrees, right? Because 35 degrees plus 55 degrees is 90 degrees. Okay, let's talk about part B. What mistake did he probably make? He thought the measure of angle B was 125 degrees. Okay, so first of all, he's way too big. That's way too big of an angle. And what are our choices? He subtracted 55 from 90 instead of 180. No, he didn't do that. So that's a no. He subtracted 55 from 180 instead of 90. That kind of makes sense. Because if he thought he was looking for a supplemental angle, if we subtract 55 from 180, then we will in fact get 125. So B is the answer. B is what he did. And you can, another way to think about it is that he was thinking that that these two that I circled were supplemental angles, which is why he would subtract 55 from 180, but they are complementary because I have this all important little like L or upside down L right there. All right, so that's all I have for you. Please go do 8-4XL. It is the second to last assignment you will have for the school year. So that's exciting. So please check it out and contact me during the office hours. They will be normal time today, so 11 to 1. And have a great evening. Bye.